If you haven't met me already, my name is North Dakota, and I'm an artist who releases music independently online and tracks that stuff. And today I'm actually talking about hitting 1 million streams on Spotify. But this is the thing. I've hit 1 million streams on Spotify between my top 5 songs, not even including the rest. And I made not as much as you think. You see, Spotify offers about 0.0003 cents per stream, so it's less than a penny. $50 equals 10,000 streams. And I did not pull that number out my pie hole. If you look at this screenshot, this was $49.21 for 9,752 streams, so about 10,000. And that's basically what we'll go off of. On my top song, I hit like $1,948. That 554,000. So doing the math, you make about $3,800 to $3,900 per million streams. First, Spotify wants to do something where if you make under 1,000 streams, you don't get paid for it. I'm editing, and I know I say want to, but I looked it up, and as of January 2024, that is the new rule. So if you do not make 1,000 streams in the past 12 months, you will not get paid. Mind you, you already get paid very little because $50 per 10,000 streams is pretty low. So they literally are shaving off cents to the dollar. So if you make those cents, you're not getting them unless it hits over 1,000 streams. Also, people don't really know this, but you pay to put money. You pay to put money. You pay to put music on Spotify. So I use a distributor. A distributor basically is where I upload my music, upload the album art, and they contact all of the streaming services and let them know that I have this release and I'm releasing it at this certain time. Now, I pay DistroKid a fee, a 1-year fee, to be able to upload as much money. I said it again. As much music as I want to. So I can put the music up there and they take my money and they help distribute my songs. Now here's where the kicker is. I've seen people argue and talk about, oh, well, Spotify is showing your songs. Spotify doesn't really owe you anything. Here's my thing. Without artists and musicians, Spotify wouldn't have anything to show. Spotify just recently added like podcasts and audiobooks and stuff. And even then, people are uploading things to be able to have people to come to their platform in the first place. So it's not like we owe them. They need us as artists to be able to upload songs, to be able to have people to come listen to those songs. And I know at this point it's become kind of a place where labels live and get their songs really big and get the streaming numbers really big. But there is some value to being an indie artist because a lot of these artists aren't making as much money as you think they are off of streams. There are shows, there's merch, there's a bunch of stuff, but the streams, remind you, labels take royalties, people take cuts, and they end up with a lot less from those streams than people might think. Now, the benefit of being an indie artist is that when you upload your song and you do it through DistroKid, 100% of your royalties come to you. So they're not taking a cut. That upfront charge of $40, I think, every year is all they take. And then after that, your music goes up there and that is your royalties. So no matter how well the song does, you're paying that $40 and you're putting those songs up there. Now, with my top 5 songs, I have made $2,769. I believe that's the right number. I'll have it up here. But $2,769 is what I've made from music. And I cannot forget the 34 cents. Now, that's not including merch and shows and all that stuff, but that's the baseline from mainly Spotify streams, because I do get streams on Apple Music and maybe some on Shazam and Deezer and like in international areas, but the bulk of it comes from Spotify, and that's how much it is. You might think that's kind of low for how many streams there are, but I did break down the numbers, and $50 per 10,000 streams. That's what it is. So having one song hit 554,000 and another one hit almost 400,000, that's about the numbers I had. And my second biggest song was The Collaborator. So we split the royalties down the middle, and he gets his part and I get mine. So that is from everything on there. Now, Now, if you have a few songs going to the millions and you're an indie artist, you might have cooked there a little bit. If you hit 4, 5, 6 million streams on Spotify, that's where it starts to add up a little more. But it's nothing to scoff at, but it's not the best numbers. And I think people kind of forget that, especially with how much people listen to Spotify and how much people think that these artists are making. Now, there are alternative revenue streams, and I actually talked about that in a previous video, but there are other places that you can go to get revenue as a musician if you are uploading music online. And those are some nice ones to try out. I talk about Thematic, Sound XYZ, Audius, things like that in that video. So Bandcamp is a big one too. But that's everything from Spotify. It's just a struggle because I know that there are artists who get that fan base and people may not necessarily come to their Spotify. They might look at TikTok or YouTube, which also you don't make a lot of money from TikTok and people using your sound. So that's also not super great money, but all of it together can add up, but you really need some stuff to go viral or to get lucky on a song or to just have consistent growth of your fan base to be able to get to 1 million and beyond. And 1 million is where I'm starting. I'm hoping to go 5, 10, 15 million, and that's a goal of mine. Eventually, it would be cool to have more people listen to my music, but at the same time, I'm super grateful for it. It makes me happy that so many of y'all listen to my music, and I'm excited to put out more music, which is gonna come out sometime this month. Trying to make time for everything else, but until then, if you like the videos, subscribe. If you like the music, go to Spotify. Actually, if you like the music, go check it out somewhere. It doesn't have to be Spotify. I adore all streaming services, and I will see you tomorrow.